I have a question. Then the mothers that are home schooling their kids or nurturing their kids, what are some really healthy activities they can do with their little babies? That's good for their.
Well, I mean, the
What did
truth
you
is that
do? Where did I
yeah.
learn from you?
So floor time is critical with little ones. So
Or
putting a
time?
blanket on the floor time.
Yeah.
And so every day should have a period of time that we call floor time, which is that you just sit on the floor and they sit on the floor and you have lots of toys and rotate the toys so they stay interested and curious and
Hmm.
stimulated. And you just sit on the floor and admire them as they pick up objects and put them in their mouth, because that's how they learn when they're little. And that they're shaking things and things light up, and it's the wonder and the awe of learning about the world through physical
Mm.
exploration and objects. So babies learn about the world through objects. There are toy companies now like Loverly or Love Every or whatever it's called, that really focus on developmental toys, things that stimulate babies. But the idea is that any object, in the old days, you didn't need things to light up. You didn't need things to make sounds. Kids had spoons and pots, and they would take a spoon and they would
Yeah.
hit the pot. And make a musical instrument. So the idea is that they learn through objects and exploration of their physical world. That's how they learn. And so sitting on the floor and just being in awe of them as they learn about the world, take the pots out of the kitchen drawer and the spoons and things that they can't, I mean, no knives and forks, please, but, spoons and pots
Yeah. Yeah.
and, all kinds of things in the kitchen that are just non harmful, innocuous objects. They learn about the world through objects and physical exploration. So just being with them as they're learning about the world, introducing them. Look at the spoon, and if I hit it on the pot, it goes boom, boom, boom,
Oh my goodness.
and giving it to them and saying, "You do boom, boom,
Toys
boom."
in the home,
No,
things that you
yeah,
already have.
yeah, yeah. So you don't need to go out and spend thousands of dollars on toys. I mean, have toys gotten interesting? Yes. I mean, but you don't need to spend thousands of dollars on toys. I've traveled all over the world, and I've seen that children have what we call transitional objects in the
Hmm.
poorest situations. I was trekking in Vietnam, and there was a little boy in the poorest mountain village, and he had a teddy bear that was not a teddy bear. It was a piece of corn wrapped in a knitted piece of fabric, a small piece of fabric that his mother knit. Uh, she wrapped it around the corn, and he held that wrapped
My
piece of
gosh.
corn, and that was his teddy bear. So it's not about being fancy, and it's not about fancy classes that you take your children to. I mean, it's just about in being in awe of how they learn about the world.
And
It's
giving them
fascinating,
time
actually.
also, right?
Yeah.
Not expecting your kid to be, I don't know what, at age 3. I think we also have to have patience for their learning process.
Yeah.
And there's also this like comparison with mothers and their kids, like so and so is, knows how to count now and say colors and you don't. It's so unfortunate. I see so much of that. I grew up in
Yeah.
the Soviet times, and I'm Armenian. So when I was growing up in Armenia, I had the one little teddy bear that wasn't that teddy bear. And I had so much love for that little toy, but now it's just so many things that I think like also it teaches them value
Material.
too.
It's
It
material.
is
It's
material. They
material.
have their own
Mm.
playrooms and full of
Yeah,
just
it's
stuff.
material. It's all material. Yeah, yeah. We've exchanged love and presence for materialism, and that's really a shame.